Homeownership is still very much part of the American dream, especially from a financial standpoint. This is Nadia Elkhatib with the Elkhatib Group with our June market analysis. So yes, homeownership is still very much part of the American dream. In fact, the Federal Reserve Bank just came out with a study showing the percentage of Americans who see home ownership as a good investment has grown over the last 5 years from 55.7% in 2014 all the way up to 65% this year. And that coincides with a study that was done recently from Gallup showing that Americans choose real estate over stocks, savings accounts, and gold as the best long-term investment. As a matter of fact, if we look over time, going all the way back to 2011, we can see that gold has lost some of its shine, while real estate since 2011 has climbed dramatically and still stays above, again, stocks, savings accounts, and gold. So people believe in home ownership as something that's very, very, very important. And the good news is we're in a year right now where there's still plenty of reasons to be optimistic about home ownership. We have a strong economy. The unemployment rate is low. Wages are finally increasing. Mortgage rates are still at historic lows, and inventory is increasing. So there's more of a choice. As far as the strong economy is concerned, the economy is doing well. It has steady growth, low unemployment, and little inflation. That's called a Goldilocks economy because it's neither too hot nor too cold, and that's from the balance. Wages are increasing. Real average hourly earnings increased 1.2% from 2018 to 2019, and the change in real average hourly earnings combined with a 0.3% decrease in an average work week resulted in almost a 1% increase in real average weekly earnings over this 12-month period. That's from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And mortgage rates are still at historic lows. They aren't at that 3.5%. But we're approaching minimal fours, and some people think we might have 3 as the first number within the next month. But mostly weaker consumer spending and manufacturing data caused interest rates to decline. While signals from the financial markets are flashing caution signs, the real economy remains on solid ground with steady job growth and 5-decade low unemployment rates, which will drive up home sales this summer. And that's because interest rates are low, and that's according to Freddie Mac, and inventory is increasing. Total housing inventory increased to 1.83 million units, up from 1.67 million existing homes available for sale in last month, and a 1.7% increase from 1.8 million a year ago. Now, unsold inventory is at a 4.2 months supply of current sales space, up from 3.8 last month and up from 4.0 months last year. That's according to NAR's stats. And we put them in a graph for you. Now, this month, for the first time in 6 months, existing inventory was over 4 months inventory. So what we're starting to see is a climb in the existing inventory for buyers to purchase. Now, 6 months is a normal market. So I'm not saying we're going anywhere near a total normal market, but with inventory increasing, everyone is realizing it's getting closer to being a normal market. And that's going to have an impact on sellers, particularly. Now, as Lawrence Yun, he's the chief economist at NAR, said, we see that the inventory totals have steadily improved and will provide more choices for those looking to buy a home. When placing their homes in a market, home sellers need to be very realistic and aware of the current conditions. When a seller is putting a house on the market, this is not like it was 2 years ago, where prices were appreciating by 6, 7, in some marketplaces 12% on an annual basis. They could price the house high and just wait for the market to catch it. That's not the case now. And the good news is, based on the survey done just recently, homeowners are starting to understand that. Holden Lewis he's from NerdWallet, home expert, says that the homeowners can see that we're moving away from a strong seller's market in many areas. So their feelings and motivations are shifting too. So what does that mean to you? If you are thinking about selling your home for the time being, we are in a seller's market, which means that buyers abound and there isn't too much competition, well, more than previous years, but still low. As for buyers, it's still very important to be very prepared when considering purchasing a home. We are still having multiple offer situations, which is why strategy and preparedness are essential. Also, looking at off-market options can give you a very powerful advantage. As always, please reach out if you'd like to learn more. This is Nadia Elkhatib with the Elkhatib Group, wishing you a fantastic day.